Howdy y'all, Dean Satilli here from the official home of unofficial Grateful Dead and music news, reporting on night 1 and 3/4 from Camden. Before we get started, I want to give a plug to a friend of mine's book right here, Miss Hippie in Mississippi. This is the Adventures of a Curious Girl in a Zany Family. It's written by Kreutzmann's sister. It's her memoirs of sorts. She's a wonderful woman. Just a tremendous personality and a great sense of humor. You can find that on Amazon. It's a fun and easy read, and I recommend you check that out. Let's get on with the show. We're in Camden. It's a love fest, as are all Dead and Company shows. You're going to be hard pressed to have a bad time at a Dead and Company show. The night gets started off, and but Hell in a Bucket is sounding good. It doesn't sound like we're going to suffer from pace issues. You know, Weir comes out. He looks well rested. It didn't look like he combed his hair with a Birkenstock or anything like that. He looks strong and well rested, and he sounds that way, and the band sounds strong. It seemed like everybody's going to be having a much better time, and that was the case. Boy, he screamed some false at the end of that one. The falsetto was strong as could be, and for me, if we're going to have some falsetto in Dead and Company, I want to hear it from Weir. That's all I'm going to say about that. Next up is It Hurts Me Too, and you know, that one caters to John's strengths. That's right in his wheelhouse. If he's looking for tunes to play, boy, that's the lane to pursue for him, because he just slayed that one. That was a great job he did on that. That one is just really good on him. Cumberland's next, and Cumberland for Dead and Company. That's a good one for them. There is so much interesting content within the context of that jam. Those jams find some very interesting places, and the sound was bouncing all over the place. And you know, Caminti makes that thing spin round and round, and a great jams throughout in Cumberland. So we're heading in the right direction. We need a breather. We got Ship of Fools is up next, and one of my favorites. I love Ship of Fools, and John and O'Teal did a respectable job paying homage to that tune. And you know, when O'Teal steps to the mic, those are some of the biggest ovations of the night. The crowd rises when O'Teal steps to the mic. So let's let O'Teal sing some more. Great job on that one. You get Ramble on Rose next, and that's fun. Always a good time with Ramble on Rose. It just seems like everything about this set is heading in a very positive direction. And then you get The Wait. That's all I'm going to say about that. And then we get The Music Never Stop, which I think everybody loves The Music Never Stop. The jams in there are fun, and they find some very interesting places in that. And coming out of the jam and The Music Never Stop, you know, I'm thinking to myself, oh, they're getting funky. You know, we're going to get Take Me to the River in the amphitheater by the river. No, it was Easy Answers. And you know, Easy Answers. Easy Answers to me. That one that one sucked the life out of you quicker than a hooker will suck the semen out of a sailor. I mean, that one is just kind of some people got to sitting down early. They got an early start on intermission. I didn't care for that too much when Garcia was alive. I'm not going to care for it much without him. Anyway, you get what you get and you don't get upset, right? My kids always say that. They learn that at school or something. Anyway, I was hoping the end of that were going to be, you know, they would finish the music, maybe go back into The Music Never Stop, because that seems to be something that they're doing, and that would have been probably a solid way to end that, but they didn't. We just got Easy Answers. Anyway, the second set gets started, and playing in the band, and you know, playing in the band, you're always gonna find some great times in that song. The meltdown, the jams that are rebuilding themselves, you know, while they're melting down. It's just like looking through a musical kaleidoscope. And playing we were feeling it. We were feeling the band was loud and clear, and everyone seemed like they were ready to get down to business. And that goes right into Uncle John's. Those two have been walking hand in hand for a long, long time, playing in Uncle John's. And the jams in Uncle John's where Mayer was just, you close your eyes, boy, you could go back in time on that one. Those jams were something. And then from that, the other one jams begin, but they were furious. Those jams were fixing to leave the planet. We were getting ready to take off. I mean, the rocket was lifting off. That other one, like a lady that's been in labor for a week. They've been trying to get that other one out since the first show of the tour. We've heard the other one, and but it still didn't get out. We might have to C-section that motherfucker because the other one just can't find a way out. It's in the middle of this furious jam. My eyes were closed. I was all in orbit on that one. That one was getting better and better by the second, and came to a screeching halt when someone whispered in Weir's ear, and Weir said, if you're out there, everybody come on in, get out of the buzz. We've got some bad weather coming. And so anyway, we get this weather delay, and it was the best weather delay ever. It was one of the best weather delays ever in the history of weather delays. And I don't know, listen, I've danced my ass off in the pouring ass rain and lightning and stuff like that at RFK and at Giant Stadium and all kinds of places we've dealt with that. And I don't know about you, but my ticket says rain or shine on it. And apparently Live Nation needs to change that because apparently it's not rain or shine, motherfuckers. Because the rain was falling and we're not getting a show. And I get it. I totally understand. We don't want anyone hurt. Some of these cells that pass through can be full of lightning and very powerful winds, and we don't want anybody hurt. It's just not worth it. I get it. And it seemed like they didn't give a shit about that in the 80s and 90s. They care now. Anyway, I understand we don't want anyone hurt because of weather, so we all sat around chatting thinking this thing may be going to go back on. At some point, they just started backing the shit up. Someone said, hey, it doesn't look like things are going to slow down, so, good luck getting home. And it was preparing to be the best show of all time. It really was going to be the best Dead and Company show of all time ever, and it sets up great for the next show because, we get Sugar E, right? We still had to stand out in the pouring rain, and you're going to get that, and everyone's going to cheer because we can all identify, and there's a bunch of us that were in Camden that will be at the next stop on the journey. And so that sets up Sugary Nice for next time, I guess. But it was going to be the best set ever. We were going to get, that first verse of the other one into Terrapin, which I'm sure would have been the best Terrapin of all time. And that was going to be into drums. And then Mickey was going to make sure all of our molecules were in proper reverberation and alignment with his beam. And then we were going to, get space. It was going to be incredibly spacey. And if you saw the set list from there, we get the finish. They're going to finish the other one. We get the second verse of the other one into Standing on the Moon. And Standing on the Moon would have been the best Standing on the Moon since Neil Armstrong, I'm sure. And out of that, we were going to get Casey Jones. And Casey Jones was going to move hard and fast and damn near make you feel like doing cocaine again. So that's not true. That's not 25 years clean. I'm not interested. I was just kidding on that. And then we were going to get naturally one more Saturday night encore. And I'm certain it all would have been the best ever. 9.5 out of 10 stars. A+++. Best that Dead and Company ever played ever. I'm sure it would have been, but it wasn't meant to be. Regardless, we had a love fest of a time. To me, the music is still heading in the right direction. Chemistry seemed a little bit better. Seemed like there was some more smiles up there. Seemed like people were engaged, and the interaction between band members seemed much improved. And listen, this thing's gonna get better and better and better. We're gonna start. By the time this thing gets to lock-in, there's a little bit of a breather between Boulder and lock-in. But I hope they'll be able to carry that over. If they do, by the time this thing gets to lock-in, boy, we're in for some incredible music. Some of those jams that took place, through playing and Uncle John's and that other one jam, those were just little reminders why Dead & Co. is king. They're going to be kind of eager to let everybody know why that is. So anyway, love you all a long time. I can't wait to see you again. Rock and roll!